going on, guys? Welcome to the State of VR, where I do my best to give you guys the latest and most up-to-date news regarding game releases, new hardware, and innovations related to everything virtual reality. So first off, I just want to thank everyone for the feedback on my last video, both the good and the bad. I appreciate every comment and especially sub. It helps motivate me to bring you guys my best and hopefully entertaining video edits. So I decided I'm going to stick with the format I have now, at least for the next couple videos. Please feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So software has pretty much dominated the news this past week. Hardware-wise, it's been pretty dry. It's not really a surprise since we've had so many Kickstarter products pop up lately. Alright, let's get started with some quick VR industry news. So one game I discovered from a Reddit post by the developer looks like a sort of Minecraft dungeon style type game. It looks very well done even in its current alpha status. Obviously, by the art style, I get Minecraft and strangely Bonework vibes from this game because of how well the VR interactions and physics when striking enemies and interacting with your environment are done. The alpha version is currently available to play on itch.io for free, and the feedback, at least on Reddit, seems pretty good so far. Sadly, for you Quest users, this is currently a PC VR only game. I'm not entirely sure if he intends to bring this game to the Quest. If you want to learn more, head on over to the game's Kickstarter. Next up, it turns out there's a ton of people already modding the crap out of Half Life Alyx. So somebody made a website dedicated to storing and providing a way to look up any one of them, and also a way to upload your own. So if you're a VR gamer and you love modding games, be sure to check this website out. It'll hopefully provide a lot of replayability for Half Life Alyx. Here's some fairly big news for you Rift and Quest users. Dead and Buried recently got a pretty big update to both the Rift and Quest versions of the game. This game was a launch title and one of the very first ones I tried out when I got my Quest last year. Sadly, I decided to refund it because either at times it was too buggy or some of the game modes just flat out didn't work. Having seen other people play this game lately, it actually looks like they've fixed a lot of the bugs. The update includes 3 new modes and several different maps. I'm for sure going to jump in and check out how much they've improved the game. Alright, let's talk about a long-awaited Quest title, probably as long as the Quest's been out. According to the developers at Ready at Dawn, they will soon be announcing dates for the open beta of their game Echo Arena. This game has been long awaited and teased by Oculus in a lot of their Quest advertising. It's a breath of fresh air to know that this game is almost here. A lot of closed beta participants have been praising the hell out of this game, even going as far to say this will be the best multiplayer game on the Quest by far. And frankly, I believe them. There's not much on the Quest right now, in terms of really fun multiplayer type games. Rec Room is fun and all, but I think the Quest needs a more serious multiplayer focused experience, where it's not so one-dimensional and there can be more strategy and tactics actually involved in the gameplay. Look for the open beta to possibly start early next month. Next up is a game that looks a lot like Mirror's Edge. Stride is a parkour-style game where you will have to traverse city rooftops in a creative way, and I'd say actually pretty realistic sort of way. It so much reminds me of playing Mirror's Edge back in the day on the Xbox. There really hasn't been many games similar to Mirror's Edge at all, to include flat games too. I think the most noticeable thing about the gameplay is that it looks so smooth, without much jank to be seen at all. It's not entirely clear if there will be a storyline or if it will be based on the completion of different stages. I, for one, hope it's the latter. There is not yet a clear release date for this one, other than it will be available to play summer this year. Alright, let's get on to some of the major VR news stories that happened in the past week. This past week, a PC VR title is looking to transfer your mind to another dimension. This year, virtual reality is really proving its worth without question, and the latest Quest releases are both competing for your utmost attention. So kick back, relax, and listen up, because this is your weekly Metaverse News. I want to start off my main news topics by first talking about a game probably a lot of us could use right now. SoundSelf is a virtual reality meditation application meant to focus and help relax your mind both visually and auditorily. Available on Steam, this is a PCVR only title, probably the first of its kind actually. What this title is a visually intense experience powered and directed through your focus and, most importantly, your own voice. With the help of VR, wearing the headset and essentially enclosing yourself to the world, you're allowing what you hear and see to influence how you actually feel, allowing you to let go of held tension and anxiety you may have built up from your day-to-day life. On Steam, this game is defined as an exhilarating journey into altered states of consciousness, powered by your own voice. Explore a hypnotic world of light, color, and sound. Emergent music harmonizes with you as you navigate through strobing tunnels of light, impossible shapes, and deep into a meditative trance. Literally, my first few thoughts as I got a little deeper into the experience were that this feels like I'm experiencing some sort of brainwashing technology. It's so intense the longer you remain in each time session. There probably isn't enough content right now to warrant the price. This title is priced a little too expensive in my opinion at $30, but it's definitely worth trying for a bit, then maybe refunding, but you didn't hear that from me. It's definitely the most unique experience I've had with a VR headset on. So before I cover my impressions for Pixel Rift and Supernatural, for my next news topic, I kind of wanted to pose a question to you guys, VR related obviously, to get your opinion and mainly just to offer up more conversation and reflection in the VR community. The question is, how do you think virtual reality will emerge from this worldwide pandemic? Will it continue to prosper, or are we doomed to always have troubles with the perception VR carries with it? Personally, I think we are at the point of inevitability when it comes to VR actually becoming just as popular as flat gaming, if not more. Even if VR were to drop off the face of the earth and companies like Facebook and Valve all of a sudden stopped investing in this technology at all, I truly believe the community and startup companies would pick up the VR flag and keep going no matter what. All because of the powerful experiences and practicality demonstrated to people when they first try it out. Right now, we've literally been seeing shortages of the most popular VR headset for months in the Oculus Quest, practically since launch day in May of last year. Facebook hasn't been able to keep up with the production of this device. Stated by Mark Zuckerberg himself, he said, "They are literally making these headsets as fast as they are being purchased." And that statement was before everything that started happening in China late last year in regards to the C virus, and the halt in a lot of the factories that make essential parts used in the Oculus Quest, and technology in general. I think virtual reality will come out of this okay. It certainly doesn't help its popularity, but I think it does in fact increase the demand for this product, even more since everyone is stuck indoors for the most part. I think there is a sort of psychological phenomenon to it. The less someone is able to have a certain thing, the more they seem to want it. And the same, I think, could be said for the supply and demand of virtual reality headsets. What also may be contributing is the rise in mainstream news actually promoting VR in these times of isolation as a way to have a temporary escape, even some articles going as far to reference real studies being done on the benefits of VR, in times especially like now. What do you think? Will VR be unscathed at the end of all this? Or does this hinder the growth of virtual reality? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Last week, I let you guys know about a couple new Quest releases. For one, I feel really good about, and the other, not so much. Let me give you the good before the bad. Pixel Rift on the Quest has been great so far. The art style, gameplay, and storyline really meshes very well and lends itself very nicely to being on the Quest graphically. To give you a little background about the game, it's the year 1995, and you're being called upon to save your virtual world. You hop back and forth between playing as both Dot, a retro game character, and a boy that happens to be the best Pixel Rift player in the world. You have to fight through several different game types, both playing the game on screen in 2D and also when the enemies face you in game, making their way into the real world. I haven't tried the PCVR version, but I wouldn't expect the game to look that much better since a lot of their focus was probably to make the game run perfectly on the Quest. If you're looking for a chill, sit-down type game with a solid and entertaining storyline, pick this one up for sure. Now, let's get on to the bad. I had higher expectations for Supernatural. Maybe it's just not for me. It's not all bad. The phone and smartwatch app worked great, but where this one falls short for me is in the gameplay. It's very similar to Beat Saber in that you have to hit certain objects in certain directions and move to avoid obstacles. The environments, coaching, and variety of music make this game what it is. It's a solid game on its own, if it wasn't necessary to have a monthly subscription in order to actually play the game. I understand the costs being the reason as to why they are charging such a high monthly rate, but this isn't something I think VR consumers are ready for, at least to invest in just yet. They are currently giving all users a 30-day trial period in order to try the game out. If you have a Quest, go see for yourself. Just sign up online and follow the instructions. Personally, I don't see myself sticking around. That's this past week's Metaverse News. If you guys want to check out my latest Half Life Alyx gameplay streams or jump in whenever I'm live, my Twitch username is on the screen. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below which news story you enjoyed the most. Peace out, VR dudes and dudettes.